Tommy V in Michigan. He was on fire this morning.
Okay, thank you, Tommy V in Michigan. Yes, sir. If you share my prayers.
Tommy V's on. Yeah, we'll jump over there.
Tommy V doing great stuff over there.
Mr. Patterson, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. This is State of Michigan versus Drevante Patterson, case 2405666-102. Today is the date set for a redetermination hearing. Appearances, please.
Lisa Coyle, appearing on behalf of the people.
Yes, Your Honor. Brandon Bird on behalf of Drevante Patterson. Mr. Patterson, please state your full name for the record.
Drevante Patterson.
All right, thank you, Mr. Patterson. Today is the date set for the redetermination hearing. Bond is said intentionally unaffordable. Mr. Bird has to bond.
26-year-old lifelong resident, Your Honor, indicates to us that he lives with a family member. He was forthcoming.
1 second, Mr. Bird. Mr. Bird, hold tight 1 second. I think there's some background noise. Can you try it again one more time?
Yes, Your Honor. 26-year-old lifelong resident indicates to us that he lives with a family member. He was forthcoming about his criminal history. Indicates to us that he did 5 years for federal drug case, and he's on probation for driving while license suspended and fleeing, Your Honor. Unemployed, any amount of bond is going to be like a remand to my client. Now, Your Honor, it took me a second really to flesh out what was going on, at least what was alleged going on, because there are allegations at the moment. We don't accept them to be true, but we will for only argument purposes today, because this is all that we have in front of us. Now, there's alleged 2 incidents that happened. My client was never alleged to be involved in the first incident, never even alleged to have seen the first incident happen, which was caught on video. We got a guy named Man that was alleged to have assaulted the complainant witness in this matter in the inside of the house. Now, we don't have any video of my client ever assaulting anybody. We have a statement made by Miss Fields, Laquila Fields, which is the complaining witness's father's girlfriend, in which this incident happened at her house. The statement that would, and we have a separate statement from complaining witness's sister, who stated that she just seen her client. She just seen the complaining witness get jumped, and the statement by the brother who said he didn't see anybody else hit the complaining witness outside besides Man, which is who they call Mr. McKellar. Now, in Miss Fields' statement about why about when my client plays a part in this situation, is the fact indicates that it was an argument ensuing outside between the complaining witness and I believe Latanya Johnson, Your Honor. Let me just make sure I'm getting things right. No, yep, it was all right. The complaining witness went outside. Ms. Fields went outside behind the complaining witness to ask the complaining witness to come back in. The complaining witness started getting loud with Ms. Fields. Now, this is the difficult part where I'm not sure why. I'm not really sure what the complaining witness did, but it said Lieutenant Johnson put her hand out to stop the complaining witness. It doesn't say to stop the complaining witness from doing what. So I'm not sure what that meant to stop the complaining witness. But then the complaining witness made a motion pushing Miss Johnson's hand away, and this is when the my client allegedly hit the complaining witness, Your Honor. So is alleged that my client seen the complaining witness arguing with the two females outside, pushed one of the females' hands down, and this is when he allegedly hit the complaining witness. It's not alleged that he hit the complaining witness while he was on the ground or he was the one kicking him at that point, Your Honor. Now we got a case where my client, he doesn't have any problem with no contact with the complaining witness. Matter of fact, I'm not even sure if these parties are really known to each other like that, or how he's related to the people that own the house, Miss Fields and Mr. McKellar, which is her brother. So no contact's gonna be no problem, Your Honor. And he understands that he's fighting the case right now and not trying to go back to prison. He does understand that he doesn't want to go back to prison. As I said, the one incident that we hear about my client allegedly hitting the complaining witness is when he seen when he allegedly seen the complaining witness smacking the female's hand down and arguing with the two females outside, Your Honor. I do believe this was an isolated incident. Um, if the allegations were to be true, it seemed like something that spiraled.
Mr. Bird, I gotta stop you. You indicated that he's fighting another case right now.
I indicated that he's on probation. He's on probation for another case, Your Honor. He's on probation
Okay,
for
there's not driving while license without a license
and fleeing, Your
and a
Honor.
fleeing.
That's what he
Now,
indicated.
where's this out of?
I'm not sure, and if you would like me to.
I have his record.
Okay, go ahead, Ms. Coyle.
Okay, what I see pending right now is in the Third Circuit before Judge Bridget Hathaway. He has a CCW involving a stolen gun, in which there was a capias, and the capias was because he was on a violation of probation in federal custody. He also has pending an RCSP motor vehicle, in which he has a violation of probation warrant issued on April 26th of 24. He is on probation to Deborah Thomas for RCSP motor vehicle. That probation began June of 23 and it ends June of 25. So that's what I see as his criminal history.
So I want to make sure I get this straight. He is on probation for the receiving and concealing before Judge Thomas, and he has the open CCW matter before Judge Hathaway. Is that correct?
That's what I see, yes.
And then there was a violation, or there was a capias, but the
Back
capias
in
was
July.
the capias because he was
July
in
of
custody of
23.
another matter.
Right, the capias occurred because he was in federal custody on a violation of probation matter. So he has a federal case that he did a violation. I think he did some time on the violation. He also has a pending CCW, and then he has the VOP that's on the RCSP that he's on probation for currently.
All right.
That's why I say
Ms.
my
Coyle,
client.
I'm sorry. Did you have anything else as to the argument? Mr. Bird, I'll give you a chance to talk afterwards.
Gotcha.
Do you want me to make my argument, Your Honor? I'm sorry.
Yeah, go for it. Yes, please.
Okay, Your Honor, I'm asking, well, now that we've done his criminal history that is ongoing and recent, I also note to the court that the complainant in this matter is a 14-year-old. He had a black eye, cuts to the face, scratches on his face. He went to the emergency room the next day. This is an aiding and abetter. He's not charged with the assault in the house. He's charged with aiding and abetting Mr. McKellar, where the second assault on the 14-year-old occurred. And this is when there are two videos. There are a video of inside the house and a video of outside the house. And of course, neither one of us have seen that. I understand Ms. Fields, who's the homeowner and the sister of Mr. McKellar, attempted to get, after the complainant was assaulted in the house, she attempts to get him to come back inside because she feared others were going to come over from his family to fight. He had told her to leave him alone. And then Ms. Johnson puts her hand up and the complainant pushed it away. And that's when both defendants, McKellar and Patterson, allegedly attacked the complainant. This defendant was swinging on the 14-year-old while he was on the ground. So he's punching him, and Mr. McKellar is also assaulting him by kicking him. So it's an aiding and abetting each other. These are two grown men on a 14-year-old. And then I saw a note that Ms. Fields has been threatened since the beginning of this investigation. I don't know who by or what the nature of those threats were.
Miss
I do
Fields
know
is the sister of defendant one, Mr. McKellar. Okay.
Yes. And then I note that Mr. McKellar had his bond is $35,000 cash surety tether with the curfew, and he did post that the other day. So, Your Honor, this defendant has much more criminal history going on, and he also has, this is two adult men on a 14-year-old child. So I'm asking the court to keep that bond in place. It is appropriate considering his criminal history, and it is appropriate in light of what Mr. McKellar's. Mr. McKellar's is a little bit $10,000 more based on the fact that he's charged with 2 counts of the assault. As well, Mr. Patterson's only charged with 1 count for outside. But based on his criminal history, based on this being a 14-year-old and that the families I don't know how Mr. Patterson comes into this, but the families do know each other. So I'm asking for that bond to remain in place.
All right. Anything further, Mr. Byrd?
I just want just a couple comments. He never was punching him on the ground, Your Honor. According
I know
to the complaint,
Ms. Coyle said aiding and abetting. I can clear.
oh no, she said he was my client was punching him on the ground, and that I just wanted to clear that up. That didn't happen, Your Honor.
He hit him in the head 3 to 4 times with a closed fist, causing him to fall on the ground. While he's on the ground, McKellar's kicking him, and he's allegedly punching him in the face. He's hitting him in the face. So one's kicking and one's hitting him.
Okay. I apologize.
So that's why I say aiding and abetting.
Got you. Okay. Thank you. I do understand he has a lot going on, Your Honor, but as stated, we don't know if he made it to threats. He understands no contact. It's gonna be pretty easy to have no contact with these with playing a witness. And we're just asking to allow him to fight this case outside the confines of the county jail with a personal bond. If the court's just not inclined to a personal bond, then a personal bond.
I can't give a personal bond. He's on bond for another case.
Then a nominal bond, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Patterson, you're on mute right now, but I want you to hear me. I'm making a determination as to bond right now, and I mainly look at 2 factors: safety of the community as well as a flight risk. You've got a capious history, but that capious history is a result of you being incarcerated for another case. And then we've got 2 cases outside of the federal court and circuit court, including one that you're on probation for with Judge Thomas, and one that has no adjudication before Judge Hathaway, which is a year old based on incarceration on another case, a federal case, which I don't know anything about. So I look at your flight risk, and I don't believe that you're a flight risk at this point because, you're showing up to court, and, when you're not at court, you're in custody for another matter. But then I look at these allegations, and I would know this charge sought within the great bodily harm, and we keep conferring to the complaining witness, but the complaining witness in this matter is a 14-year-old boy sounds like a birthday party. And I don't know what, you know, two grown men are attacking a child for. And these are allegations, so I'm not taking that into consideration as far as, you know, whether you're guilty or innocent. These allegations are horrible. This is a kid. And I don't know in what situation would it ever be appropriate to, you know, to attack a child like this. And this is going to resolve itself in court how it resolves itself. I'm going to set a nominal bond at $100, 10% GPS tether house arrest. And I'm putting you on house arrest to protect yourself. You got 3 other cases. You're going to be in trouble anywhere you go. Sounds like you have a hard time dealing with the public while you're out right now. So stay at home, and these cases are going to resolve themselves the way that they are. But horrible allegations, absolutely horrible. So I'm setting GPS tether, house arrest, no contact with the complaining witness. And I would note part of my calculus is the complaining witness lives in a different city outside of this area. So I don't believe that there is an immediate harm or threat to the community at this point. Let's see, what do I say? Yeah, I'm not setting a curfew. You can't be at anywhere else right now. Your next date is before Judge Jefferson on May 15th, 2024. All right, that concludes this hearing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I think that is it for us.
Okay, Your Honor, that's all from the jail this morning.
All right, appreciate you all. I know you guys were short today.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey,
Thank
take
you. You
care.
have a great day.
See you, Mr. Butler.
Everybody
See you, Ms.
tomorrow.
Sawyer.